Good afternoon everyone. I just wanted to make a short video about a fan modification I did for this Thrustmaster base. So a little bit of context on this. As already mentioned in the title, this is a Thrustmaster TS-XW Racer. It's compatible with both PC and Xbox platforms. It's quite similar to the Thrustmaster T100 and TX bases. For me, this is kind of like the pro version with better build quality, improved design, better motor, force feedback, etc, etc. I've used this for a few weeks now and everything works fine, but I did notice that the fan was getting pretty noisy. I'm going to show you some footage here to demonstrate that. Okay, so we're back here again. I've got the TS-XW Racer on the right here. I've also put this T300 base on the left. Now this particular base has a faulty system board. That's nothing to do with this video, but I'll explain why and how I use this base to solve the fan problem. If you don't know, the T300 uses a single 12 volt 60mm fan to cool the motor. The TS-XW Racer, however, uses two fans. It's a 5 volt 40mm exhaust fan mounted at the rear, which connects to the system board here with a 2-pin connector. It also uses a 50mm fan enclosed inside the motor. The T300 doesn't have this. The T300 relies on this single 60mm fan here to keep this fan cool. I don't know the voltage of the fan inside this motor. When I took a reading from the connector, I'll just disconnect that now. When the fan was connected and running, I put the red probe on the red wire and the black probe on the black wire. I got around 8 volts. This has a 3-pin header. This middle pin here is probably used to control the fan speed, so I'm guessing it's a 12 volt fan, but I can't confirm that without opening up the motor. I actually thought the clicking noise I showed you earlier was coming from the exhaust fan here. I bought 40mm fans from AliExpress. These fans came in sets of 2. The price with shipping for both of them was around £6. These are rated at 5 volts, 0.7 watts. The stock fan is 0.5 watts. As I said before, this is not the problem. When I disconnected this fan, the clicking noise didn't stop. This fan inside the motor is the problem. The best solution would be to replace the fan inside the motor. That solution is a bit complicated. I came up with an alternative which I'm going to show you now. This fan here is exactly the same as pulled from a T300 base like this one. It's a 12 volt 60mm 0.25 amps. The fan is mounted to a bracket. You can remove this with these 2 screws here. I had to reshape this bracket at an angle. I'll show you in a minute why I've done that. I used a vise and a hammer to bend this into the right shape. I also cut off the end of this with a hacksaw so that I could fit this in the shaft. There are some screw holes in this shaft. I could use that to secure this using the exact same screw. That is perfectly secure, that is not going anywhere. The top case is quite flat. It is domed slightly, but it is quite flat. The T300 has more of a dome shape. That's why I've had to bend the bracket at an angle so it could have enough clearance. I have measured everything. This does fit absolutely fine. You could use a 40mm fan if you wanted to mount it perpendicular. I thought a much larger fan like this would cool this motor better. This is originally how the T300 was cooled, so I used the idea from the existing base. So because this is a 12 volt fan, I wanted to use the same pin header as the fan used in the motor. Then I could just transfer, I've already disconnected the 2 wires from the fan header. So all I have to do now is just remove these 3 wires, stow those away, and then reconnect this fan to that 12 volt header. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so this is the final result. As I said before, the original exhaust fan is already working fine, but because this has the exact same fan header, I just swapped it straight out, and I thought it might be interesting to compare the noise levels. Just to be clear, this is not a perfect solution, but apart from having to bend and reshape this bracket, it was a pretty straightforward modification, and I'm quite confident this fan should provide more than enough airflow to keep this motor cool. I'm just going to show some footage now with the new fan installed at my desk, and I think I'll leave it there. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments.